To everyone. My name is Danielle Wiggins. You are watching the On the Go Post Show. It's just the ladies today with Maureen Kyle and Holly Strano. Holly will be with us in just a moment, and you may hear her in the background recording a promo. So you're getting a little behind the scenes action here at WKYC Studios. It is Friday, December 11th. So Friday, and we want to celebrate the weekend. Again, as we know, the governor, he extended the curfew because of coronavirus and the increase in cases here. So it's 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. It was set to expire this week, but now it has been extended to not December, but January 2nd. And so we wanted to talk about different ways to really have a good time and even though we're in the holiday season and under a curfew here in Ohio to help stop the spread of COVID-19, we do want to still come up with ways to enjoy. So, Maureen, what do you and your family do?
It's been really hard. I'm not going to lie. We have a lot of traditions, and I'm a creature of habit. I love to do the same things every year, and a lot of those things involve going to like the orchestra or, being around other people. So it's been really hard. We're trying to invent ways of like, I don't know. I always make things. I'm a big DIYer. So like with my kids, I've made a couple different types of ornaments. We're trying to like bake cookies. We're trying to come up with anything. We've been watching a lot of Christmas movies. I mean, it's nothing too exciting. I wish I could come at you with something a little bit more innovative, but it's a hard year, and I'm sure the parents feel it. We're so worried about the kids not having that magical Christmas or holiday season, whether it's Hanukkah or whatever. I think we're putting too much pressure on ourselves. Mm-hmm. Most of all, because kids love this time of year, no matter what. They love the Christmas lights that they see on their neighbor's tree. I mean, that's just as magical to them as anything you can provide them. So I think, my PSA here is, and I need to follow my own advice, you need to give yourself a little bit more slack on trying to make this season something it can't be for safety reasons.
Right. I have to be transparent. I mean, my Thanksgiving, I say that I pretty much ruined it, okay? Because I had like this high expectation. Yeah. I worked all week, and then I was like, I even posted on social media, like, okay. And I went home Wednesday, and it was just going to be us four. We were going to celebrate Thanksgiving. And so it was going to be my first time making a Thanksgiving meal. And so I had cooked all day. And then when I got home on Thursday, I put the turkey in the oven. Got home on Thursday, and the turkey was burnt. Oh my gosh. And I just felt so deflated. And I felt like, oh my gosh, I did everything right. Why did it burn? Oh my gosh. And I just kind of like blew up, and the kids are like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with mommy? And so now I'm realizing, like, stop having these high expectations. And you want to, like, you have your families have some great holiday traditions and try to keep them as much as possible. But boy, oh boy, do we need to lower those expectations, Maureen. Yeah. So you are right with that.
I wish Holly was done with the promo that she's recording, because I feel like she would feel this way too. And yesterday, I have to admit, I was in just like a crabby mood. And when I was talking to our producer, Jenny, who's amazing and is in the same kind of boat I'm in all the time, with working and having little kids and everything. When we were talking, we were texting, and I had this epiphany. I was like, as parents, we aren't getting all the fun stuff. Like all the parties and all the, normally like last year I went and got my nails done with one of my close friends, but I'm not going. But we have all the hard stuff. We still have all the hard stuff of making sure that like everything's wrapped up with a bow. And so I guess that's why I just made this Facebook Live turn in a totally different direction. We weren't going to go in this direction, but now it's my therapy session. So
that's okay. You guys can come and join us as well. Therapy is great for all of us. And because a lot of people on here are talking about, they don't feel that the curfew is working. Again, it's going to be extended for another 21 days. But here's those exceptions of people who can go to the Browns game. Remember that Browns game is this Monday for Monday night against Baltimore. And my goodness, they can stay out a little bit because the governor is saying that they're not seeing the spread there, but it's really the people who may be gathering together and watching the game at home. And then you can still go out for work if you have an emergency, medical care, grocery shopping, pharmacy, pick up a meal, and you can still take your dog out for a walk. But yeah, so we're still in that curfew from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. And it's tough because that goes through the holiday season, just like it was with Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I mean, when you look at the new protocols that he came out, they're just, I think it's a reiteration of protocols. And, you know, he does recommend that people work from home if they can. And, you know, it's always keep interactions short and stay apart, limit your travel, enjoy holiday safe activities, don't eat or drink with anyone outside your household. And I think that's the hard part is they're trying to walk this line of being able to keep restaurants and businesses open, but then again, you know, there is a danger in some of that, you know, putting servers at risk, and you know, people take off their masks and they're eating, and how far apart the tables are, and you know, I don't know if there's so many opinions about it, and there's so much gray area on it that I mean, I think everybody just has to make the safe decisions for themselves and for their families. And it's hard. It's not easy. It's not what we want to do, right? But we have to look at it as what do we have to do to get through this.
Welcome back, Holly. We've been hearing you doing your promo. No, Holly's a busy mama. She's a busy working woman, and we love it. I mean, we're all busy in that. And so just to catch you up, what we're talking about, Holly, we told you before you went off, but Maureen and I, we were saying about the curfew and how it's been extended. And, you know, how can we still have those fun activities with our families? I had to actually tell my husband yesterday, I said, man, my daughter hasn't left the house in a week, okay? Because she's doing remote learning. I'm like, wait a minute. You know, like she needs to go. I mean, she has not went outside. And so I'm like, okay, that's not healthy. So what can we do?
Here's going to be advice for all today is get outside, 50s for highs. So this is the greatest day to take advantage of that because we're going to stay dry.
Yeah. And we did that yesterday. I made the girls like just go for a walk.
Yes, just get my 2-year-old
go for a literal walk. Like she wasn't in a stroller. She wasn't in a wagon. I'm like, hold my hands. We are walking just to get out and get that fresh air and that exercise.
It changes your mood.
Holly, you're going to like what Kathleen Donahue has to say. She says, Dolly Parton is touring in 2021. We've got to stay hopeful and positive.
Yeah. We can't miss that Dolly concert.
Dolly.
So there's also some activities. I mean, Matt Sandrich had an amazing piece this morning about wild winter lights and how they are adjusting over at the Cleveland Metro Park Zoo. And I took my family last year and it was amazing, beautiful, got great Instagram shots there. And so they're taking a few days and making it drive-through to be safe as well. We had a number of lights and looking at different lights. Holly, what are some of the things that you do with your family in this time to try to have fun activities, but still, you know, keep in line with that curfew that the governor has?
I mean, honestly, just it gets dark so early now that let me get you the sunset. It's 4:58. I mean, so you can literally take a drive around your neighborhoods, or even if you haven't, you know, if you're west, you're east, you're south, you can take a trip downtown and see the lights here. And there's so many suburbs that have beautiful displays. I mean, in Brunswick, and then there's Strongsville Square, and I mean, all over. And then not to mention, like you were talking about the zoo lights, and I know Akron Zoo has lights as well. So there's a lot of those options, and there's nothing better than, you know, making it special by saying, you know, kids, get in the car in your pajamas, put the hot chocolate and, you know, your to-go cups, and put the Christmas music on and just let them look at lights. It's one of those just very simple things, but they love it. They love it, and they'll remember it.
We did that last weekend at the Berea County Fairgrounds.
Oh yeah,
I heard that was I heard it was great. One of our producers said that.
Yeah, and you know what? It's super affordable. The kids stayed in the car. We went through. Sorry, I went to Starbucks, but it was easy to go through the drive-through. It was easy to just go through that drive-through. It was on the way, and we got them hot chocolate, and they thought it was a party, and it was just us in the car, and we have to, those are the little things that we're finding.
Yeah, the little things too that we did. So, I ruined our Thanksgiving. And Gigi, thank you for the apologies on the turkey. I'll get it right next year. I'll get it next year. But what we did is I said, look at here now. We're going to get a real tree then. So we went, Thanksgiving was a bust, but the weekend we took the kids and we went out and picked out a real tree. And so it's nice. This is our first real tree ever. And so it's exciting.
Yeah. I would say one thing that I've done a lot more of is decorating. And Danielle, we were talking about this in Studio A today. I have turned, I kind of told myself, because I'm a sucker for Hallmark movies, the Christmas ones. And I have turned my home into a Hallmark movie home. Inside. So, no matter, there's not 1 inch that isn't something, and it's just cozy and joyful, and it makes me happy. It makes the kids happy, and the end.
I love it. I'm going to be sort of opposite, but kind of same philosophy. So I only put up half of my decorations this year because nobody's coming over.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to save myself the hassle of making sure that everything's perfect. And I'm just going to put up a few. And I'm going to not stress about it. Because for me, it was for Holly, it makes you happy. For me, it was okay, where do I put this? And what? I was like, you know what? I'm not going to put these things on my staircase and no. I have the mantle, and I have my tree and a couple little ones that I have to put out every year, but I'm not stressing about it.
Okay. I want to see pictures. If you allow
mine
it.
will be boring. Holly's are going to be beautiful.
Mine's
going to be
Holly's
my
house.
pile of mail on a countertop, Danielle.
Stop it.
Holly's house coming up. All righty, everybody. We hope we could provide you a little bit of smiles and happiness on this Friday. I know it's tough, and we're all in this together, and we're here to help you. And again, we'll see you Monday morning at 4:30 a.m. on Go. You can see Holly and Maureen during the Today Show. Thank you for participating, and thank you for giving us a bit of your time. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.